We're at Friends University, Wichita, Kansas, March 11th, championship day, and the men's Region 6 champions are the Butler Grizzlies. Head coach Kyle Fisher, what are you feeling right now?
Just ecstatic for my players, and their families, that they get to enjoy the experience of the national tournament, which, in my opinion, outside of the big dance is the biggest stage in college basketball. So I'm obviously first. Right away I go to our current team, but I also go back to the teams and the recruiting classes that we've had in the past. My first recruiting class, really laid the foundation, won 25 wins. In 25 games in the first year, and they didn't have the success. They just were kind of believing in a vision in Butler and us coaches, and because of them, and these guys have been with me for 3 years. That's why I wanted them down here with us. But they, laid that foundation so we can go out and keep building it and keep getting better players and get to this point right here. So, just grateful for all the players and families that have helped get us to this point, and obviously extremely proud of these two guys, Payne and Isaiah Williams, who have been with me for 3 of my 4 years after their redshirt COVID year, and really grown up, and just happy for our players.
Coach, you've got Isaiah and you got Trey. Let me ask you real quick about Taj Hill. 8 rebounds, 13 points. Tell me about his game.
Taj is such a hard-playing guy. I mean, the guy plays hard every day. I thought he did a good job not getting rattled against the pressure. And I've always preached to these guys: you play hard, good things happen. You play hard, you can go overcome mistakes throughout the game. And man, has he really matured here and really learned how to play with some poise in those game moments, in those critical moments. Of course, he's been surrounded by other guys. These 2 vets that have kind of showed him the way on how to be that poised player down the stretch, and then beyond all that, he can really score. So we're happy to have Taj.
Isaiah, 15 points, 7 rebounds. Tell me about the game.
I mean, it was exciting. Like, we talked about this throughout the whole year. We struggled, and for us to accomplish this and do this is unbelievable. And it was like, I don't really know how to feel right now because of it.
Trey, tell me about the game. 12 points.
Trey guarded one of the best scorers in the league all night, and he did the same thing last night. So that's back-to-back nights where he had to guard 2 players that average over 20 points a game. We're not in this position without his effort on that end of the floor and being able to take care of the ball. So tell us about the game, Trey.
It was a very exciting game. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we were able to weather their runs that they had, and we was able to stick it out and come out on top.
Trey, you guys were here last year. Last year at this time, you guys lost to Hutch in the semifinal. So just what did it take to get back here and win it this time?
We just had to be better. We had to put in more work. We've been grinding since the beginning of the season, going hard. So I feel like we really deserve it this year.
We hard work, dedication, all the grinds, like Trey said, for us to get here. And that's what we did. We did it.
Coach, you preached it after every game in the locker room that this team can beat anybody in the league on any given night.
Yeah.
Obviously, ups and downs throughout the season, but you seem to be playing your best basketball right now when it matters.
There was probably a couple stretches of season where we felt like we were the best team in the region. And it's so hard to sustain it because there's so many good teams, and you've got travel and you got injuries, you got all these things that can shake up your rhythm. But we knew we had the ability to be as good as anybody, and we proved it throughout the year that this team is as good or better than anybody. But we also, when we're in those rough stretches, we can get beat by anybody. We proved that too. So it was just a matter of sustaining it and keeping it together and putting it together at the right time, because we've got obviously some really high level talent. And then in the biggest moments, they were a committed together group of winning. When you play in those big moments, or even moments where we were down double digits. I think we have 4 double-digit comeback wins with this group, and I just felt like when our backs against the wall, and on the biggest moments throughout this year, this team really hung together and showed how good we can be.
Coach, we talked about it in pregame, but this is the sixth time you've been in a Region 6 championship game as an assistant or a head coach. That experience you brought late in the game, how'd you keep your composure and keep the guys in it there as it was a grind down the stretch?
You know, I don't really feel a lot of nerve or pressure during the game. Really just focused on, you know, that moment and what's going on there. And we learned from Barton's previous game against Hutch where they had 3 steals in the last minute of the game. So we knew that was coming. You know, we had the advantage of knowing it was coming, and gosh dang, those guys can really guard, and they've got great hands. And you know, so late in those pressure situations, I really don't feel any pressure. It's just focus on how to get out of there with the win.
Lots of guys stepped up. I felt like Christian Richardson had some really big minutes in the second half. You guys got him in the second semester. Do you feel pretty good about how he's progressing?
He was unbelievable tonight in that stretch. You know, and Isaac's obviously a really good player, but he's limited to 20 to 25, 26 minutes a night. And you know, 5-6 minute stretches, and he's got to come out. And as you know, Zay's one of the best defenders in the league. I don't like him guarding Lacandro, 14 for them. And so Chris, you know, gave us some great minutes. He probably had 4 blocks in like a 2-minute stretch, and the offensive rebound putback was maybe one of the biggest plays of the game to keep us within 1 possession there midway through the second half.
Coach, you talked about blocks, 11 total blocks in the game. It obviously proved big last night on the block late on the 3-pointer attempt. But then today, some big-time blocks from the guys right here, and then, of course, Chris and Isaac.
Yeah, unbelievable. You know, statistically, we're the second-best team in the league defensively. I mean, obviously, that's debatable, but from field goal percentage D, we've been really good. And, you know, as Chris has continued to get better, he makes us even better on that end. But these 2 guys, I don't know that I'll ever have 2 better defenders on my. I hope I do, but I mean 2 better defenders than these 2 guys. They cover up. Not only do they do their job, but they cover up so many other people's mistakes out there that our defense just flows. And then they are so instinctive in the help that, and then great length, great quickness. Like we've got good defenders, and we're committed to doing on that. And that's how you win a championship.
Hutchinson, your preparations begin when? When do the celebrations begin tonight? But 2 questions there, Coach.
Yeah, you know, the first one we'll watch the show tomorrow and have dinner together. That'll be the first time we, as a team, really celebrate together, and that'll be a good time. And we'll find out from there. I'm most likely going to give them 2 days off. We'll probably do some shooting Monday, but won't do very much Monday. And then so Tuesday, from Tuesday on, we'll really start preparing. I'm late for the celebration right now, so it's on.
All right.
Coach?
I just want to compliment also the conference. They always put on the best region tournaments in the country. The Jayhawk Conference is the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better than us in all sports, and we're appreciative of all the effort of the league to put these programs on the forefront of junior college athletics because it's such a strong conference in so many sports. I also want to thank the Butler administration, Tyler Norman, Todd Carter, all the help that we get from a social media standpoint, getting these guys exposure, unbelievable job, and then our cheerleaders for sticking with us for 2 games and being there to support us, and all the great fans who made the short trip over here. We're really lucky to have the support that we have here at Butler.
Trey, Isaiah, thanks for being here. Coach, thank you. Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.